The Honor 50 is a pretty big milestone for Honor, as it is the company's first smartphone with Google Play services in a long time. After officially splitting away from Huawei late last year, Honor launched the Honor V40 series in China, which was then followed up by another China-only launch event in June, where the company unveiled 3 new devices, the Honor 50, Honor 50 Pro, and Honor 50 SE. The company has now launched both Honor 50 and Honor 50 SE in Western markets, and the big news is that both devices now come with Google Play services pre-installed. The Honor 50 has a fully Western release and can be purchased in Germany, France, Finland, the Czech Republic, and the United Kingdom. You'll also be able to import this one to other European countries through Amazon, and it has a starting price of €529. I received Honor 50 for review from Honor. It's pretty severely curved on either side, much more than other phones that I've used. It sits nicely in the hand and the palm rejection has been good, so I don't have too many complaints about that. The front-facing camera is rather large blotch on the display, though, and I wish it was smaller. The back of the phone features a unique pairing of camera modules, comprised of 2 circles. The top module has a single 108MP camera, whereas the bottom module has a 2MP depth sensor, a 2MP macro sensor, and an 8MP ultra-wide camera. There's also an LED flash. If you are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. The right-hand side has a power button with a volume rocker that sits above it. The Honor 50 has a mono speaker, with a single fire speaker sitting at the bottom of the phone. It's quite loud but sounds average, and I'm disappointed that the earpiece doesn't double up as a second speaker. There's also a single USB-C port, a SIM tray, and no headphone jack. There's also an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is easy to reach with my thumb when I pick up the phone. Overall, I'm a fan of Honor 50's design and it's an extremely comfortable phone to use for longer period of time. Overall, I'm a fan of Honor 50's design, and the curved edges combined with how light the phone is, makes it an extremely comfortable phone to use for a longer period of time. Mind you, I'd typically prefer a flat display over a curved one, but the Honor 50 looks really good. The biggest issue I had with the phone's display was that it sometimes doesn't turn on, and I can't figure out why. I've enabled it and it sometimes works. But sometimes when the phone is sitting on my desk facing upwards, the always-on display fails to enable. Hopefully, Honor fixes this with a software update. The Honor 50 camera features a 108MP main camera, and it also an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera, a 2MP macro camera, and a 2MP depth sensor. The 108MP camera uses a 9-in-1 pixel binning technique to create 12MP photographs, and it's by far the only camera worth talking about on this phone. It's capable of taking decent photographs from the main sensor, though it falls behind experiences offered by other manufacturers at this price point, especially when the other cameras on the phone range from passable to borderline useless. Magic HUAWEI 4.2, complete with Google Play services. The headline feature of the Honor 50 is its inclusion of Google services, something that we haven't seen in a long time on an Honor smartphone. We've seen Honor smartphones preloaded with Huawei mobile services, and we've obviously seen Huawei devices that run Harmony OS and EMUI that look more or less exactly like Magic HUAWEI. Personally, while Huawei mobile services have improved leaps and bounds over their initial iterations, nothing beats Google Play services. I use innumerable Google services in my day-to-day life, and it's a blessing to finally be able to use them on an Honor smartphone without needing to jump through hoops or look for alternatives. I don't have to think about using a Google service, or any of my favorite apps, they just work now as they do on the hundreds and thousands of other phones out there. I would like to reserve further judgment on the company until we see a proper flagship, but the Honor 20 Pro is one of my favorite phones. The problem with Huawei mobile services wasn't just that it wasn't Google, it's that there were still some teething issues that couldn't really be solved. Any app that used the Google Maps API couldn't actually show the map, as it needed that integration. Purchase links for this product is mentioned in the description box below, for you to purchase the product. Overall, it is difficult to handle an Honor phone to just anyone, as it definitely wasn't what many consumers would be familiar with an Android smartphone. However, with all of that said, Honor can make and has made fantastic smartphones, but the Honor 50 with Google Play services is more or less just another budget offering. Honor smartphones typically have great battery life, Magic HUAWEI has a lot of great features, and the camera has always been very impressive. I'm a little bit disappointed by the Honor 50's camera as I expected more from the company, especially at this price range. I'm excited to see how Magic UI develops its own identity in the years to come. I'm certainly optimistic about what it can do, and given that Magic UI was based on HUAWEI, I'm excited to see how it develops its own identity in the years to come. Performance, audio, and battery. The Snapdragon 778G is similar to the Snapdragon 780G, though has a slightly weaker GPU and ISP. In terms of gaming, the chip comes with the Adreno 642 liters GPU. For any normal smartphone user, this chipset is perfectly capable. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G is an interesting chip, as it serves as a stopgap between the upper mid-range and flagship chipsets. Everything basic that you'd use a smartphone for feels fluid and fast, and there's nothing really more that I'd want from a chipset. You won't be able to push your smartphone to its absolute limits through the likes of Wii and GameCube emulation, but for any normal smartphone user, this chipset is perfectly capable. From all of our benchmarking, the Honor 50 is as good as the Snapdragon 778G allows it to be. All of these results are decent for this caliber of chip, and the storage speed is also quick enough that loading times in apps and games should never be a problem. The CPU throttling test is somewhat poor, as its lowest points are quite low. When it comes to audio, I'm disappointed. There's a single bottom firing speaker when we've seen smartphones at this price range launched with dual speakers. It's not something I usually care about, but I know a lot of people do, and it's something that I'm used to in smartphones at all price ranges at this point in 2021. On the bright side, the speaker does get quite loud, but the audio quality itself is just average. These are smartphone speakers, with every ounce of the stigma that phrase carries. At the very least, when it comes to battery life, Honor has nailed it yet again. Even better, the 66 watts charging brick that's in the box, crazy, right? Can help to pick up the slack if you find yourself needing some juice in a pinch. €529 is a lot of money for what this phone offers when the likes of Xiaomi and even Oppo offer a whole lot better for lower prices. Camera prowess for one, and battery life being the second. Honor, however, my initial stance still remains, this is a hard phone to recommend to just about anyone. The Poco F3 is another such phone, or even the OnePlus Nord 2. Whatever you value most in a smartphone, there seems to be something nearly as good as the Honor 50 in that department for significantly less money. Hope you enjoyed the video. You guys can initiate a discussion in the comment box, if you have any different opinions about the contents in this video. Be the first to start the debate in the box below. Purchase links related to the products in this video are kept in description. We will be grateful if you could please make your next purchase from that link, as this will help us to grow our channel. Good morning, good evening and good night, whichever part of the world you are from. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. I will assure you to make quality and interesting videos in future. This is Jason Peter, signing off.